The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life, Total, is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life, Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mario, and I am joined, as usual, by my fam, by my peeps, my cohorts, partners in crime. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. As usual, don't forget we out there everywhere in them digital streets, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you can think of, Spotify, wherever you could decide to get your audio podcast, your video podcast, we are there. And real quick before we go any further, we had our very first virtual meet and greet, and thanks to everybody that came out for that, all the people that is here right now. Thanks to Ron, thanks to D, thanks for everybody hanging out. And we do plan to do that again, so y'all stay tuned for that. Don't forget the website, atotalview22.com.
No. Totalview22.com.
There we go. Totalview22.com.
Yeah.
Okay. And Andrea, what's the email address?
atotalview@gmail. See, you got me messing up. atotalview22@gmail.com.
All right. See, we work together and we get that thing straightened out.
Is it straight? Because I'm confused.
It's straight.
It's straight. Yeah, we gonna roll with it like that. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, bro. Straight enough. But so if you guys didn't get a chance to get out to that virtual meet, when we do the next one, please, each time we do it, we want to increase the participation. And thanks to all the lovely people behind the scenes, where we powwow made it happen. Mitch and Drill, the whole gang, Leon, everybody that you see right here, right now, helped contribute to that. We was gonna do this long planning out thing, then we just said, the hell with it, let's make it happen. And I appreciate that. We got it going. And thanks for y'all participation, comments, and all that stuff is going up. So we just want to say we appreciate you guys, and let's do it even better. So with that being said, let's get everybody a chance to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get right into it. How are you doing, Miss Cat Lady, Miss Marlene, and what's going on?
Meow. Hey, everybody. How are y'all this evening? Thanks for coming in to join us. We hope that you brought a friend. If you didn't, you have time to go back out and do that while we're doing our introductions. And just come on in, hang out. Yeah. Meow.
All right. Well, with that being said, Mitch, what's going on with you, player?
Same old, big bitch of the house, also known as a pimp named Slickback. All one word, let's say it together, a pimp named Slickback.
Hell no.
I am not calling you that. No.
Oh, come on now. You know that was funny. Come on now.
No, you don't say that.
I'm waiting. I was waiting for Big Mitch in the house. Let's play a game of cat and mouse. He's coming back with some slick back
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll say meow again.
Wow. Well, going forward, we're gonna see if that stick, Mitch. Also, we got a returning person, pretty Diane, in the house. How are you, Diane?
Hey everybody, I'm doing just fine and dandy. Out here in this Texas heat, trying to stay cool. Thank you all for tuning in, and let's have some fun. Make it do what it do. I'm sorry, Leon.
All discombobulated.
Oh man. Well, with that being said, Mr. Multi nickname himself, Mr. Triple H, talk to him, bro.
Hey, well, since she already cut me off on one, so hey, it's Triple H, Mr. Twitch and Stitch over here.
Oh,
And
wow.
hey, I'm just saying, I'm all about to get down. Anytime you want to know, just let me know. I'm here to talk to you, you and you. But on another note, before we get too far into it, I want to say rest in peace to the last Tuskegee Airman that died last week. Him and his wife.
Oh man,
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
I
All
hope
right.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
the people that did that to him, I hope they burn in hell, them and all their kids. But I ain't trying to put them there, but they need to be burnt in hell right now.
What
All
happened?
right.
It's sad how they do us, bro.
I know.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Okay, so elaborate. I didn't know that. What happened?
The last Tuskegee Airman, when the government did the Tuskegee test, gave all the men, black men, herpes and syphilis to see how it would affect them.
See if it affected them differently from how it affects white people.
Yeah.
Right.
And they would never give them any penicillin to cure it, and they just let it run its course over decades and years and all throughout their lives until they died. Well, the last one that was tested died. I think it was Tuesday morning, 2 days after his wife died.
Wow. That's heavy and that's deep. And once again, rest in peace. And man, condolences out to the family from the Total Podcast. There's no easy transition from that, but Andrea, producer, how you doing, baby?
I'm good. I'm just sitting out here enjoying the little cool breeze that I have while I can and grilling some meat here. Other than that, I'm good.
All right. And last but not least, Mama D, how are you doing, pretty lady?
I am good. Sookie now. Welcome. Where the Rugrats are here. They're all in the playpen. We don't know how long they'll be in the playpen, but they're all here. And we're going to see how they act tonight.
All right. We're going to start this off. I'm going to double back on something we've already talked about, but we talked about it like I went back and checked on it. It's literally like a year.
Mario, you forgot one person.
Mario, you didn't introduce me again.
Shit.
How could I ever have forgotten? I'm sorry, Miss Madeline. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody out there. Thank y'all for coming in. It's Miss Madeline. Y'all know the finest one of them all. And, you know, we just here to have a good time. Even though Mario tried to leave me out of everything. But we're going to have us a good time this evening. And I know that they're going to start their stupid shenanigans. But just come on and have a good time with us.
I can honestly say, y'all got me with that one. I'm looking up at the thing. Who the hell else is in here? But y'all got me. Y'all got me with that one. Yeah. A year and a half ago, we asked the question, would everybody get married again for the people who's been divorced or, going through something. And now a year and a half has passed and y'all gave reason why you would or would not. I just want to check back in with everybody to see, has that changed? What's your position on it? And I'm going to start with you, Andrea. The question is asked. You've been divorced. Would you get married again? Why or why not?
Yes, I would get married again. I want to be married again. The first time I was married, I really didn't consider myself as being married in the first place because I was in a marriage by myself. So, yeah.
So is the marriages, kind of like the tickler? Y'all got marriages that don't count too?
I think that's what she's saying, Mario. I think that's what she's saying.
Because you know they swear the ticklers don't count as body count. Ticklers don't
I
count.
like
So,
that. I like that. I like that, boy. I like that.
so so that marriage, because you figured we didn't go right, it didn't count.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
mean, no, it counts. It counts because my last name is different now. But uh, I was in a marriage by myself. We spent more out of my. We was married for 7 years, right? We had been together for a total of 12 years. Out of 7 years of marriage, we only lived in the same house for 1 year. So
Oh, wow.
that's why I say
Okay.
it wasn't a marriage.
Okay. Well, I might we might let you have that one.
All right, thank
So you would get married again.
you. Yes, and I want to be married.
Okay, let me ask you this. What
Mhm.
circumstances would have to be in place in order for you to say, okay, yes, I do?
Oh Lord Jesus, and that would be we we both most definitely have to understand that this is something that we want to do. It we both, well, he on his part most definitely has to understand what marriage is all about. For one, for me.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
it.
Yep.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm gonna grab him by his head and choke him to death. Say until death do us part, baby. Love you.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Miss Diane, would you get married again? Why? Why not?
I am looking forward to being married again, being someone's wife. I think growing up I was groomed to be a wife. My last marriage of 12 years just didn't work out, but that doesn't mean that's the end all be all. I look forward to uh growing old with someone, with my husband, and if I do ever get married again, divorce is not an option. That's why I have to pick very wisely who I say I do to and when.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's ask one of the men. Brother Lee Jack, would you ever get married again? Why? Why not?
Most definitely. Yeah. Uh, yeah, she would have to be the one, the one that you can laugh with, uh, cry with, build with. Just she had to be everything, a partner in all aspects. Somebody that's not that, how they typically say 80-20 or 40-60. She had to be 50-50 involved, much as I'm putting in, she putting in also, for as um, house in the relationship and love and everything. She had to be that person that's beside me, not behind me, saying, "Well, you do it, and I'm gonna try to. I'm just gonna see what it's about."
Okay. Okay. So you saying that you would get married, but it would have to really, truly, truly be a true partnership.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Miss Marlena, would you and why? Why not?
She stepped away.
Okay, well, Mama D, there you go. Would you get married again? Why not?
Definitely. I definitely would love to be married again. I'm widowed. I was married for 27 years. Um, I've been groomed to be a wife. Um, my partner would have to be a spiritual man so he can take the spiritual lead of the family, and somebody that I can submit to, and be their partner in everything. Um, one that would support me spiritually and emotionally, and I do the same. We could be each other's backbone, and someone that I could talk to, someone I can laugh with, and just basically each of us give 100%. So there is no 50-50 in a marriage. Everybody has to
Sure
give
ain't.
their all in order to for it to survive.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, Big Mitch, it's on you.
Well, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm ashamed the devil today. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm too set in my ways at this point in my life, and no, I'm not putting up with just anything anymore. And if it ain't what I want it to be, it just ain't gonna work for me. You can shit out a gold brick, and it ain't gonna be enough for me now. I've been through too much. I've been through 2 wives, and I ain't gonna say it's all they fault, but I'm just gonna say this. You know, life ain't easy as it is, but when you always arguing about something that's simple, you know, ain't no use in being in it. What I don't understand about certain women, not all of them, because there's some good women in this world, but I don't understand this. You chose to marry a man. When you choose to marry a man, doesn't that mean you choosing the way this man is and the way this man lives? I was always brought up to believe that you're not supposed to follow in behind a woman. When you marry, they're supposed to follow you because you're supposed to be the man of the house. But in these days and times, it just don't seem that way. And I'm just not gonna, fall for the okey doke no more. So if it happens, I'll do it. If it happens, I'm not gonna say never, but I'm just saying I just don't think it's gonna happen again.
Okay. All right. So that's what you believe that one of the biggest problem is that the woman, I don't want to say get in line because that's chauvinistic
No,
sounding.
I'm not
But
saying they got to get in line. I'm just saying when you get married, y'all are supposed to be on one accord. And if you're not on one accord, you're
Mhm.
wasting your time. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
And everybody don't get it like that. Some people think that, you think cause you got the nuts and balls, you can say what you want to say. Or I got to do what you want me to do because you got the nuts and balls. And I ain't trying to be that way, but I just feel like I got the last say. I'm gonna listen, but I got the last say.
Okay. Any rebuttal from any other women about that? About what Mitch just said?
Mitchell, you go to hell.
So, so I understand that you said that you got the last say. So are you gonna be able to accept that I told you so when it comes back?
You
I'm
know
just
what?
curious.
I could accept
Cause,
anything, Andrea,
cause
but
some men can't accept that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I have never any decision I've ever made. I have never had to come back to bite me in my ass. Not like that. Any decision that has something to do with finances, anything that has something to do with, of how we living, I've never had it to come back and bite me. But if I have anything
I'm
that comes
gonna
back
bite you the
and hits
next
me,
time I see you.
well, I'm just telling you.
Next time I see you, I'm gonna bite your ass.
Oh, now, if you bite me, you bite my ass real good. Real good. You hang one of them canines
But
in
I
my
will bite your ass real good.
ass. Okay.
It
But
ain't really
yeah,
gonna be your ass.
uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But
Now
what
I'm
is the
scared.
overall general consensus of the woman who, or y'all women? Do y'all feel that y'all are in a position and ready to let a man leave and have that y'all okay with him having the final say? He seek your counsel and you go, okay, cool, but he had the final say, even though you feel strongly about what he doing might be wrong, but he got the final say. Y'all
I'm
cool with
good
that?
with that. Do you know why? Because I'm a good enough woman to convince him to do what I want him to do.
Well,
I think we would
But
have to
sometimes
have
it
a
don't.
little further discussion if I'm not in agreement with it. It won't sit right with me, even though I'll allow him
Right.
to say his piece, but I can't let you lead me over a ledge, so to speak,
Right.
I
if
get
I
that,
don't
but
if I don't
have you
agree.
ever been led over a ledge? Have you ever been led over a ledge? Have you ever
Mm-mm.
had a man to try to lead you over a ledge?
Well, that's just speaking
You mean
hypothetically, but
the
I've had
proverbial?
people who was not good leaders,
Okay,
not necessarily leading me to a ledge,
There,
but keep being my downfall, because I
I
can't
get you.
grow with them.
I get you. That's how I feel. It's hard for me to grow with people that ain't trying to learn something.
Yes.
there are some men who have led their women over the edge or ledge, how you want to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
and um, and a lot of times this has happened um, before marriage. And I think a lot of women were damaged by that. So perhaps when they get in the relationship with a man who is positive, trying to positively lead them, then they have this wall of defense, you know, um, and they have this um, type of anger um, that that you know makes them not want to be submissive to the leadership.
I also think that trust and respect has a lot to do with it as well.
It
Yeah.
does.
If you
Yeah.
trust that man and if you respect him to the point that the decision that he makes, you may not agree with it, but you go along with it, and you know he may fail, just build him back up. I mean, it's not one of those, I told you that wasn't going to work, because that's not, that's not going to be productive. But there always going to be a decision or two that's going to be made, and him having the last say, and it may not come to fruition like he wanted. But
Mm-hmm.
as a strong woman and a respectful woman and one who loves her husband and who trusts him, it's like, baby, we can go over this. This is not going to be the last supper, and it's not going to be, we can move on from this, and that will be a lesson that he would learn, and then maybe he would trust you enough to maybe give a suggestion, and he would let you, not take the lead, but he would take that suggestion and then go ahead and perform it that way.
And that's the point I was getting at, that if you are a man and you the woman, and you say, I know he's supposed to be the lead, but I know this is a god awful fucking idea. How do I approach this? How do I approach this to try to turn him around, to get him to because some women be so abrasive that you meet fire with fire, then don't nothing get accomplished, right? And I'm not saying
Yeah.
that y'all should be submissive and bend over backwards and play the second fiddle when you know something is obviously
Right.
right. But the art of handling a man is dead. I'm telling y'all, it is dead. Because you could pretty much get us to do what you want, but a lot of women don't know. And I know a lot of y'all say, I shouldn't have to handle my man. But let's be honest, you do got to learn how to handle a man. You understand? Just like we got to learn how to handle y'all. But because some of y'all are so independent and saying, well, y'all just be so abrasive, you could get us to do what you want. It's all about how you approach it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the abrasiveness comes from lack of trust with that man. Because if you trust that man, respect that man, and respect his leadership, you're not gonna be abrasive.
Right.
That's
I've
true.
had
That's true.
I've had different mindsets and attitudes towards different guys. Some guys I will never, talk crazy to. I might get mad or whatever the case may be, but I won't be cussing and all of that. And there's some guys that I have had to, because it's the type of respect that I have for each individual.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think maturity also has a lot to do with it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. A man's leadership and dominion over his wife and family, as the Bible says, is a loving provision.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that your husband is a loving and caring man, even though you may not agree with him, if he's not doing anything that's injurious to the family,
Mm-hmm.
then and even though you may have some disagreement with it, if it's not injurious to the family, if you can see that he sees it as a loving provision, then let him go about it. And like Dianetta said, if it's a mistake, if he makes a mistake, don't beat him up, lift him up, and say, baby, it's okay. You made the decision that you thought was best for the family. It didn't work out. Okay, so now would you try it my way? And see if that works. And then I'm sure that he would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But by the same token, there are some men out there could be standing at the exit sign and couldn't lead the woman out the door. So
Some people everybody don't have that capability.
Everybody don't
That's
have
true.
leadership.
yeah,
That is
that's
true.
what I'm
That is
saying.
Everybody
very
does.
true.
Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't. But you, Lord have mercy. Don't you kind of see that before you marry him?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I left my ex.
I mean, but that brings us into a whole nother different question that everybody can get a chance to answer. But some people are good at hiding shit. Some shit you don't always see right off the bat. Some shit you see way too late though.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
But you can see leadership. You can't. That's evident.
That's something
You can choose to ignore it, that it don't exist because of you.
Okay. I want to say you still married and you say you could see it, but like you said, but I definitely agree. Some shit we just turn blinders to and keep it moving.
That's true.
Yeah.
So.
And
that's the one thing that you can. That is the one thing that you can see. You might not be able to see a lot of other stuff, but that's the one thing that you can see.
All right, I'll give you that. We got one thing in the group. I forgot who put it in there, and I don't know it all together, but I thought this would be a good talking point for everybody. Somebody put up in the group this story. I think it might have been Candy McCracken, and she put up the thing, and the guy was just asking for advice. I don't know if y'all read this.
I need straightforward advice without beating around the bush. My wife and I have been married for 15 years, and I love her deeply. She means everything to me and is my motivation in life. However, 2 years into our marriage, I started having an affair with her sister. The attraction was mutual, and we met secretly behind my wife's back. We never intended to hurt my wife, but I couldn't bring myself to end it. This has resulted in a grave mistake. My wife's 13-year-old nephew is actually my son. We want to tell her, but we are afraid of how she will react. It has been 7 years since I last had any involvement with my sister-in-law, but we are focused on raising our son. I can't say I love my sister-in-law, but I do have some feelings for her. I have even contemplated suicide several times to avoid facing the truth. What should I do? Sincerely. Scared to face the truth.
What should he do? Lee Jack, I'm gonna start with you. What would you do in this situation? What advice would you give this man?
Man, that's a tough question there, Mario. Tell her, but what's gonna happen afterwards gonna be the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Because she gonna try to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But to tell her that the 13-year-old boy is actually his,
Or could be.
or could be.
No,
And
he
been
said it
hiding it
is
for-
his. It's
Oh, he said
his.
it is his.
It
Oh,
is.
and he
Mm.
been hiding this from her for 13 years. Yeah, the only advice that he gonna have on that one is, bruh, get ready to have your wheel on standby,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you got all your stuff in line, because she gonna try to kill you. Yeah, and I don't know, it ain't gonna be no easy way to tell her.
It is not. It is not. I'm interested to definitely hear what the women got to say. But Mitch, what
Right.
would you tell this dude, man?
I tell him keep his damn mouth closed. If she ain't saying nothing, I wouldn't say nothing, because boy, you might wake up dead. And I said what I said. You might wake up dead. You might wake up in a damn box, because you
And it ain't
cannot
about it.
mess with a girl's family. A woman that you with, you mess with her sister, cousin, auntie, man, you liable to wake up dead. But you put yourself in that situation. Being for real, you put yourself in that situation. How would you feel if your wife came back and told you that your brother might be the father of what you think is your son? How would you feel about that? So you have to put yourself in that situation. I think I wouldn't want to know. And as long as you and that other woman has got this rapport and you don't think she gonna say nothing, I would leave that alone and take that to the grave. That's just being real. Because if you say something, you're gonna lose your family and you might lose your life.
Yeah, like I said, 13-year gap is what did it though.
It wouldn't matter how long it was, you still could lose your life. Because women don't play that. You don't mess with they family.
Okay, but playing devil's advocate here, the sister didn't give a fuck about that.
Huh?
I'm saying,
What you
you
mean?
saying that. I'm saying the sister that he messed around, her sister. You saying that they place this high value on family. The sister obviously don't feel they ain't got them same values as the wife.
It don't matter
Right.
what that sister think. Go ahead.
No, the sister was trying to just keep it in the family. That's all it was.
Okay, Diane, how you feeling about it? What advice would you give this man? I'm interested to hear the woman's standpoint from this.
Uh-oh.
I actually agree with Mitch. Because nothing good is gonna come to it. You're about to destroy an entire family, including the sister and whoever else might have known, and all of
And
this
the
type of
child.
stuff. If all these years and then y'all ain't messing around no more, and it's been 7 years, some things are just better left unsaid. If it creep out, then that's just how it's gonna have to be crept out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think I would go and say anything at this point all these years, because it's not only gonna tear up your marriage, it's gonna tear up their entire family, because the sister gonna be dead too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Except that black woman.
And all these years, it don't matter how many years passed. Once you tell her, that's ground zero.
Yeah.
That's like it. Is it just happened?
Think about what it's gonna do to the child, though, too, Miss Diane.
She's gonna have animosity toward the nephew.
Everybody's gonna be affected. That's why I just said shut
It's
the
gonna be
fuck up.
terrible.
And
I wouldn't say no.
Keep your penis to yourself.
Well, she should have kept her coochie lips to herself.
I'm talking about the husband. He the one that has the obligation to that marriage. And the sister has the obligation to the sister, but I'm on him saying, this is a big screw up. Don't do it again.
Right.
You ain't lying.
I got some very different opinions about this, but go ahead, Marlena. What you got to say about this?
Oh my God. Oh, just, I don't know. Let Miss Madeline answer.
Oh Lord.
Here we go. Come on, Madeline. Come on.
Just kill yourself. If you don't kill yourself, she gonna kill you. So you got two choices. You either let her kill you or you gonna kill yourself because this just ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out right. That's all I got to say. Man.
Wow. Okay.
Just
Mama
kill
D,
yourself.
what you got for us?
Well, when I read that, the first thing I thought about was The Color Purple when the stepfather said, "You better not tell nobody but God." I can remember my mom saying a lot, you better take that to the grave. And I do believe he better take that one to the grave. And when she finds out about it, he will be in the grave and they will be reading the will, and that's when she'll find out that her nephew is not really her nephew, but it's her stepson. It speaks volumes for her sister because her sister, first of all, didn't have respect for her sister, and she doesn't have respect for the marriage bond or for herself.
There you go.
And then it speaks volumes for him because he knows that is treacherous ground. You know, a woman no woman wants to be cheated on, but you can best believe she don't want nobody in her especially her sister. Yeah. And now we're talking about a child. So now we're not just talking about three adults that are involved. Now we have a child involved, and that child is innocent and does not need to know that who he thinks is his uncle is actually his daddy. They need to let that
His
go,
daddy, yep.
Take it to your grave. And when they find out about it, maybe the boy will be grown or old enough to be able to comprehend what's going on. And that's just a mess. That means that none of the two adults involved had any scruples because they knew that was wrong from the beginning.
That's horrible. I do know a family that happened, and the wife did know. She found out, but she just had so much love for her sister and so much love for her nephew. She never said. She let her sister know that she knew, but she didn't allow it to tear down her family. But I'm sure that was a very, very hard pill.
Oh yeah.
And for the record, it'll still be her nephew. Just the daddy changed. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah, it would still be her nephew.
Yeah.
It'd still be her nephew, just be her husband's child.
Yep. Andrea, you still here?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
She on
boy.
It's a messed up situation all the way around. And like
that's just horrible. I just
yes,
can't
I
imagine
want to say it's messed
being
up
in
all
that
the way around.
I can't imagine being in that position. I just can't. And especially with the bond that I have with my sisters, I just that would just be I would probably be done. I mean, completely broken to the ground. Broken.
But are there several things that we kind of missing here? So y'all saying that the sanctity of the marriage is more powerful than the sanctity of the boy knowing his father and having a relationship? Because right now y'all picking which one is the more valuable of the relationships. Is that what y'all saying?
Well, in this particular instance, I would say yes, because it seems as if the husband is in the little boy's life, so he's a father figure to him as far as he knows.
Okay. Let me say this from a guy who father wasn't around. That man needs to be there, and that boy needs to know who his father is. You know what I mean? And the problem with this is we saying this about this. The problem, them two. Them two should have never done this on no level, shape, form, or fashion, you know. And then y'all say time don't matter. I guarantee you one of her main sticking points, you fuck my sister, then y'all gonna let this 13-year, in today's world, this a mini lifetime.
Yeah.
That they letting by, and I understand going to the grave, because at that point you're picking poisons. At that particular point, you decided that the marriage is worth more saving than the relationship of the father and the child. So I mean, I get that, but let's not skew the fact that that's what you're doing, picking which relationship is more valuable.
Well, I'm not saying the marriage is more valuable. Um, I wish it was something else that can happen, that she can just leave him, because he don't deserve her or that marriage. But
No.
the heartbreak that is gonna come with him, displaying that divulging that information could possibly kill her. I would have a nervous breakdown if you told me that information. I probably wouldn't want to know. So I'm not saying the marriage is more important. I'm just saying, like you said, the lesser of two evils is just leave it alone. But he's still a dirtbag and deserves bad karma.
Yes.
And so is she. She's a dirtbag too.
We're not talking about the sister
Yes.
right now. We're talking about this man in this marriage. We know she is too.
Or she old scallywag.
But with that being said, Diane, that also means that the son slash nephew will be affected. And at the age of 13, they're very impressionable.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm
Take
saying.
him over the
Y'all
edge
picking
where he may
poison.
want to take his life.
You
Or
picking
do something
poison.
to somebody else.
He's
And y'all
gonna be
remember
affected regardless. He's affected regardless because it was made out of
Lust.
sinful
Lust.
pleasures.
Mm-hmm.
It was just made
Okay.
in a bad space.
Made him a
Y'all-
nephew son.
Y'all remember a couple podcasts back, right, when Leon praised the people that helped, the women that helped raise him, right? He said it was a bunch of strong black women that helped raise him, to help him kind of to overcome that. Do y'all know that not a lot of males who don't have fathers in their life don't have that right there, right? And sometimes when the father ain't around, and I ain't blaming this all on the father, we be having so much anger and nobody helps us deal with it. Nobody don't tell us how, because, if you let certain people get a hold of an impressionable boy young, they teach us all the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach us about getting a quality woman. They teach us quantity over quality. Boy, you only got one girl, make it seem like it's a crime to just be into one good quality woman. So, like Diane said, truth be told, it's just one of them dirt bagging things. They both scum, but it's just you how do you
Scut
choose which
buckets.
one you save? You know what I
Boy.
mean? Cause listen to this. Marlena says she got sisters. Marlena, could you in good faith keep coming around your sister with this burden on your heart like this? I could not do it. I would be the black sheep of the family. They'd be like, they'll never see Mario. I could not keep coming around.
I couldn't look at her, I mean, knowing how much that I loved you, how much I trusted you, you know, the bond we had, we grew up together, the things we talked about in life, and the embraces that we gave, all the things that we've done together, and just loving and trusting you as my
All right,
sister.
brother.
You're my sister.
In a minute.
And in a million years, that's not what you would think about your sister, not me, not my sisters. Not in a million years. That would never cross my mind. To even if somebody was to even come and tell me some bullshit like that, well, you got the wrong. No.
And what about this?
I would defend my sister to the max.
To the max, because in your mind, this could never happen. And the boy 13, so he got to look like somebody. What if it was one of them type of situations where some boy look just like they damn daddy, and that boy keep coming over there looking like him, and nobody putting this together like, damn, look, Bobby sure look like Bob.
That's obviously what has happened. What's happening if this wife is suspicious of it, she's seeing her husband in that boy.
Oh, the
And
wife
that boy.
suspicious? I didn't know that.
No, that's not what that wasn't in the story. No.
No, that wasn't the story, but I'm just saying, what if
Oh, I
all
thought
that
it was.
exists?
Mm-mm.
I
No,
mean,
she has no clue at all.
she has no
Okay,
clue, but he feel like a scumbag if he talking about killing himself. That means that you wearing this
But he
burden. That
should
means
feel like he should feel like a scumbag because he is.
Yeah, he is.
he's a
Yeah.
And we know
coward.
Mitch, she is too.
I didn't say nothing this time.
You thought it.
I thought a whole lot of stuff.
I
Cause to
mean,
me, both
yeah.
of them scumbags to me.
If you want to
Yep.
kill yourself up rather than have face her and have a resolve, you're a coward.
Right, because you was man enough to do the deed.
You was
You
man
need to
enough
be man enough to deal with
and
with
you
the
knew
consequences.
you knew the consequence of
Definitely.
that. You knew the consequences of messing with her sister, and then you was messing with her raw. You didn't think she was gonna get pregnant.
Okay,
You didn't
that's
think there was a possibility. You didn't think that there was a possibility of her getting pregnant. You messing with her raw.
I'll
What
say
do you
this.
think was going to happen?
But I'll say this
Didn't care.
on this. I believe that all children need to know at
Who they
some point
daddy
in their
is.
life,
Yep.
right?
I do too.
Regardless to what the outcome may be, they need to know. And then, I mean, not just for personal reasons or whatever have you like that, but you have to think about health reasons and things
Yes.
like that as well. Because if one person is going along and thinking that they're the daddy for so long,
Boy.
what you gonna do when that child gets sick and they need
Or
this?
need blood.
And,
Need blood.
yes. And then you go to the doctor and they say, tell them that, oh, you're not the daddy. Your DNA does not match with his or hers anyway. Then what?
That's another fight
So
right
that,
there. Another
right.
fight.
That I mean that whatever's going on between the couple or whatever, that's broken anyway, right there. So yet at some point in life, the issue does need to be addressed.
It's a hard
And
pill
that's
to swallow,
all
and I
It
believe
is.
that too. It need to be addressed. And like I said, we when you say don't tell nobody, you drawn you drawn that hard line in the sand, saying that her heart in the marriage is valued over whatever you may feel about the kid. That's not what you're saying out loud, but that's essentially what is happening. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but truth be told, there's really no right answer for this because that's a fucked up situation.
Very.
So, yeah.
The only right answer is that the child deserves to know who his father is. That's the only right answer.
But you can't tell them right away, because if you do, it's gonna be a big deal.
But
just
to be honest, some people better off not knowing who they.
That's
true.
You're probably right too.
I ain't saying in this situation. I'm just saying some dads that's around ain't the best dads, and you still grow up with anger issues because you emulating them.
Well,
Dads
that's true. That's true. I mean, yeah, I can't argue that because each situation different. Because when a lot of people say parents are there, not all parents are good parents.
Not all parents are
They are
there.
not all good parents. Some should never had children. I'm glad to be born, and I do love my parents dearly, but it took years to be able to forgive them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we ain't gonna follow up with that. I got it.
Boy, you got my eyes big on that one. I know my eyes look tight all the damn time.
All right, Mitch, which is hardest to say for you, Mitch? I love you. I apologize. I need help. I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem saying neither one of them. Neither one of them is hard for me to say. Because if I love somebody, I'm gonna tell them I love them. If I need help, I'm gonna tell them I need help. If I'm sorry, if I did something, I'm gonna tell them I'm sorry. I don't have a problem apologizing, or I don't have a problem with none of those. I'm not that
You don't?
dude.
Okay. What
I grew
about
up
you,
around a
Miss?
bunch of women, and that was put in us.
Okay. What about you, Miss Di? Any problem saying either one of those four things?
Dinetta or Diane?
Dinetta.
Okay.
You can go next,
I
Diane.
have a problem telling someone I need help. I have been pretty independent most of my life. And it's not a good thing. I can tell you that now. But my mother taught us, my brothers and I, to be independent people so that we don't have to be dependent on other folk. Because she always told us, marriage is not promised to you, so you may be on your own for a minute. And I was, and I am now. But when I do need help, I really do. I'm the first person, if somebody else needs help, I'm the first person that willing to help it or facilitate them getting help. But when it comes to me, you almost have to pull it out of me, or you need to come to my house to see she needs some help. And I can give you a good example of that when I went into the hospital this last time. And it was a lot of stuff that I had not unpacked. And so my house was in disarray, which really bothered me, but I was sick and I couldn't do it. When I came back from the hospital and my girlfriend opened the door, she and another friend, a young lady that I don't even know, I've met her since, they came and did a bang up job in my house. I mean, they put stuff up, they threw stuff away. She pretty much knows what I wanted and what I didn't. Things she put in the shed, and I couldn't, when I walked in the house, I just cried. That's all I could do. I love her for that. That's my ride or die. But I would, and she said, I don't know why you're crying, because you would have done that for me. And she's right, I would have. But I have a real hard time telling somebody I need some help.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty much along those same lines too. What about you, Diane? What out of those four things, what would be the hardest for you?
I'm prideful. So, and I think that's the problem with people who are natural givers. They typically have the hardest time receiving any help, even if you say what your struggle is. People helping you make you feel guilty or feel inadequate. Like I don't know. I just feel weird accepting help. And then I have to go above and beyond to return a favor so that I don't still feel this same way. But yeah, saying that I need help, and my bank account can go in a negative, and I still are just, I guess I better wait to the next whatever before I say I need, anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. What about you, bro, Leon? Triple
Man,
H?
it's like Miss Donetta, it's hard for me to ask for help unless I just really, really, really am struggling and in a predicament where I can't do it because, like Ms. Donetta said, it's been my accident to be 11 years in December. And man, it was a struggle both physically and mentally in the first couple of years of my accident, where I was struggling trying to figure out how to do stuff and not being able to do it, and trying to find a happy median between asking for help and knowing when to throw in the towel and say, hey, I can't do it like I used to no more. I have to ask and wait on other people to do stuff or come help me do stuff.
Okay. I mean, that's understandable, man. I get it. What about you, Marlena? You have a problem saying you wrong. I love you. I apologize, or I need help.
You're on mute.
Thank you. Definitely the same as everybody else. I have a problem asking for help. As Diane said, I'm a little bit prideful, and 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 so much of a giver that I don't want to have to ask anybody for anything, and I do have a hard time doing that.
Okay. What about you, Andrea?
You on mute too.
Like everybody else, it would be I need help. I'm not the one that would just reach out and ask for help unless I just absolutely can't see any other way to get done whatever it is that I need to get it done. I mean, I'm basically an independent person. Not saying that I don't need any help sometimes, but I'd rather get it done and get it done on my own if I can, and not say anything to anybody.
Wow. Before I give my answer, why do y'all think it's so hard for people to ask for help?
Because of
Once
You don't
once
want
you're
to.
doing things on your own for so long, and it's just and you've been able to get things done by yourself. Why ask somebody for help? That's just me.
and
Unless I just absolutely need
then it's been ingrained in us as kids and
And black people.
and black people. We seen the struggle that our parents went through and they made it happen and didn't have to ask nobody for help. And we saw
Right.
it as kids and it came up in us and we got that little thing in us too. Well, we seen they did it. Well, we say, hey, why the hell they did it? Why we can't do it too? If mom and daddy did it, grandpa, grandma did it, and they struggled, but they made it happen. Why can't make it happen like they did? So we hold on to that last little bit of hope that we can do it until we just can't be like, oh man, we just can't do it. We gotta break down and figure out, who we gonna ask, who can we ask?
That's a good
Yeah.
point right there,
I totally
Leon.
agree
That's
with
a good point.
I totally agree with Leon.
Yep, that's a
With
good point.
me, I'm so used to giving and doing for others, and I still have that mindset that I would love to do for others, but I can't anymore. My health won't allow me, and my health won't allow me to do everything that I need to do for myself. And it has something to do with pride, but it's just that my mindset has not gotten to the point where, Diana, you do have some limitations, and you're going to have to get some help. And at that point, I'm at that point now. I'm at that crossroads where I'm going to have some help to come in my house to help me, because as much as I love to do my own housework and do all of my stuff myself, I'm not able to do it all.
We don't want it. We don't want to ask other people to help us with things because we don't want to feel like that we are a burden to them.
Right, exactly.
What I'm thinking.
Exactly.
That's one thing. And then you start thinking they have their own things that they need to do. You start making excuses to yourself of why you can't ask them for help because, they got their own lives and, and they don't have time to do this and, and all kinds of things, come up that, you don't want to ask for help.
Okay. All right. Well, I got it. For me, it was for a long time, I thought something was wrong with me because I used to have a problem telling people I love them other than my kids, right? And I've always said this, that then this is a real true statement. I've been an infinitely better father than a husband. You know what I mean? And I used to think something was wrong with me until I found out that quite a few men are that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what I realized was it wasn't that I had a problem with saying I love you to the person that you're supposed to be in love with. It took me a long time to realize that no, that wasn't a problem. I had a problem saying I love you to that person. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So and then I realized, oh, I could tell you I love you. It's just that sometimes it's hard to fake and say things that you may love them on a certain level, but not in the traditional sense that we all consider love to be. Because if we being honest, when you saying love you out the way out the door and stuff, that shit becomes so routine, it becomes habit just to say it.
Mhm.
And sometimes you say it just to say it, but you don't really feel nothing behind it. It's just a habit. Love you, be safe. You know what I mean? So that was gonna be my answer, but then like I said, I worked through some things, realized it's just I had a problem with that person, but I still stick behind that. Yeah, I've definitely been a better father than a husband, because sometimes as men we get comfortable too. We'll say women do, but we get comfortable too.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, that's my it's the saying I love you. But I never realized that y'all felt that way about help though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I struggle with it.
well, y'all
Growing
know
up
in
the
this
way
group,
I grew up, I don't have a problem asking for help if I need it. Cause when I tell people the way I grew up, man, people be thinking I'm lying to them. When I tell people, man, I grew up like I lived in the 50s. Didn't have no running water in my grandmother's house. Had to get up, chop wood, make a fire, just so I could take a bath in a damn steel basin tub, you know. Had to go to a well to get water. Didn't even have a bathroom in the dang house. Had a bucket with a damn toilet stool on top of it and a top. And I laugh about that now, but man, that was some hurtful mess. But I felt like if I could get through this, there's nothing that I can't do. You can't tell me what I can't do if I can live through that and be in high school now. Couldn't have no friends or nothing. I couldn't wait till my mama got better so we can get our own place, so we could be, in our own little apartment. Y'all, man, a lot of people just they don't have a clue. If I sit down and told y'all some of the crap I done been through in my life, boy, y'all would be like, well, damn, for real? But it actually happened. That's why I don't have a problem speaking my mind. That's why I don't have a problem saying that I need help. I don't have a problem saying I'm sorry. I don't have a problem saying I love you. I don't have a problem saying anything. I can understand you all that have problems asking for help. I don't have a problem doing nothing. Everybody has different situations and they've been
That's
through
yep,
true.
different things.
yep, yep, yep. And I appreciate the fact that everybody was, able to, allow themselves to be vulnerable enough to say, hey, look, I have a problem asking for help, because because that's be one of them things, because we always sometimes be acting like we all good all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we not.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, kudos to everybody up here for being honest with that. All right, we're gonna close it out with this one right here. Something like I said, all the stuff I tried to do today, I tried to put everything that was from our group. So if y'all in the group and y'all listen to the podcast, if you put up some of these posts, you'll recognize what we're talking about. So we trying to, let you guys know that hey, we're watching, we're listening, we're participating. This is stuff that you guys put in the group, and we're discussing it on the podcast tonight. Um, Miss Dianetta, I know you watch movies. What's that movie that always make you shed a tear every time you watch it? What's your movie?
Mm.
The number one movie is Imitation of Life.
Ooh.
Okay.
I
Why?
cry every
What scene?
time.
What scene?
The very last one when she's crying for her mom, when they're putting her mom's casket in the hearse, and
Mm-hmm.
she's standing there looking. She's standing on the sidelines like everybody else, looking, and she's not with the family. And then she just busts through, and she said, "That's my mom," and she's crying that she's sorry for treating her mother the way she treated her because she was white and her mother was not. Well, she looked white, and she denied her mom. So that gets me every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about you, Diane? What's you got anything that's a tearjerker for you?
I can't think of any right now. I'm trying to oh, you know what? My girl with Macaulay Culkin, where
What
he
was the
was
scene?
where he actually he got stung by a bunch of bees and he ended up dying. And during the funeral, his best friend was, which was also a kid. I forgot her name. She was like, wake up! You're not, dead. I know the bee stung you. I don't know. That was just sad to me. Little boy died.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mitch? You gotta have one that done brought some tears to your
Dude,
eye.
I got several. I don't know if it's because I was an athlete growing up, but anything that's got something to do with sports, it reminds me of what I could have been and what could have happened. Friday Night Lights, every damn time Booby get hit and get his ass toe up. I watched the scene over and over when he tore his knee up and he still tried to go back out there and play.
Mm-hmm.
Hoosiers, when old boy finally started playing and they started winning, they got to the championship and won. That movie and there was another one where Texas Southern won the national championship beating Kentucky. That made me it just tears me up every time. And the last one, A Chance to Die with Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, A Time
Yeah.
to
Oh
Kill.
yeah,
A
that
Time to
was a
Kill.
Yeah.
tearjerker.
When they did that little girl like that, they did that little black girl like that, man. Every time, boy, it just gets me every time.
Mm. All right. I feel you. What about you, Lee J? Any tearjerkers in the mix?
Man, Just Mercy.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one with the Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
yeah,
good one, boy. I didn't even think of that. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's a
yeah.
Oh.
When
Boy, you making me tear up just thinking about that one. Boy, I have to wipe my eye. Boy, you got to quit
See.
that shit, Lee Jack.
hey,
It's a few of them. Yeah, you just got to go in that deep place to find it.
Boy.
Yeah, that
Couple
is
of
Yeah.
true. That is
Yeah.
true.
What about you, Marlena?
Well, I am a TV crybaby anyway. So uh, I don't have any one thing um, or favorite movie that makes me cry, but um, just pretty much anything in all of those all of those Hallmark movies,
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
all of those Hallmark movies,
and,
and those little Lifetime movies, they tear me up. But I
Okay.
don't have any one movie that made me cry because I cried at everything.
Shit.
What about you, Drew?
I'm pretty much like Marlena. I don't have that one specific movie that just tears me up, but I watch a lot of true stories. If I feel a connection with that in any type of way, I'll tear up. But just one specific movie or television show, I just Can't name one.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
Oh boy.
Because
No, I just
usually
thought about
women,
something. I just
I
thought
won't
about
say
something. That's all.
I don't like to
usually
watch
women have
TV
theirs
with me.
ready to go. Women know they tear jerkers right off the bat.
All of them.
Anything, me, it's like anything dealing with some kids, some women, men. Anyway.
How about this
But
one, y'all? How about this one? How about Mr. Marcus versus Honey? Every time I see that, I cry.
Mr.
Really?
Marcus versus Honey.
oh, honey.
What is- Mr.
Yeah,
Marcus, the one that's the porno guy.
yeah.
I ain't gonna cry about that. I'ma smile.
I ain't never heard of that. So
If you watch it, you'll cry if you a man because you want some of that.
Oh Lord. Mm-mm.
You know
Lord.
what?
Oh, shit.
Boy.
Superhead is Honey. Mario.
Oh.
Miss Superhead is
Oh,
Honey.
okay.
That's why I cry every time I see it.
Oh, Corinne Steffens. Okay.
Yeah. Every time I see it, I cry.
The
And when
very,
Andrea started talking, it made me cry thinking about it.
the very first move I ever thought that I don't know what I'm quite feeling, but I know it wasn't right was when that damn boy was calling for Shane. You know,
Ooh.
Oh,
Come
that's
back,
the first.
Shane.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know what going on. But I'm like, why he leaving the boy? Why he don't want to come? Remember asking my mom, why he don't want to come back? You know, that's the first time I ever felt something for a movie. You know, and
you know
then
what? Coolie
yeah,
High.
Coolie
Oh
High,
yeah,
yeah,
I
when
cried
old
at
boy
yep,
got
Coolie
killed.
High.
yep,
Yes.
When
yep,
old boy got,
Cochise
yeah.
got
Yeah.
killed.
Yep.
yep, yep,
We
Yep.
couldn't even
That
come
one
to the
too.
funeral
Yeah.
because they
yep.
still running from them thugs.
Or when
Yeah,
Nettie
that was sad.
was pulled away from Celie in The Color Purple.
Yeah.
I didn't cry for that one.
Oh God, they got me, boy. They got me.
Antoine Antoine Fisher was
Antoine
one.
Fisher, yeah, they
Yeah,
got me
I
too.
cried for that one.
How about Glory then? Glory with Denzel just standing there with that one just coming
Oh
down his
yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What about the one Denzel played in with his son, and he was trying to save his John Q.
John
John
Q.
Q.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, they got me too. Boy, they had me
Yeah.
boo-hooing. When he was
The
gonna kill
Notebook.
himself just so his son could live.
Yep. The Notebook was
Yeah,
one for me.
The Notebook was pretty good too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, real quick, then we definitely get up here. Give me a movie that just pissed you off. Where you watched it, you like, you know what? I'm gonna go fuck something up. What movie pissed you
Mississippi
off, Mitch?
Burning. Mississippi
Mississippi
Burning.
Burn. Okay. Mississippi Burn. That's one. That's definitely one. Yeah.
Emmett Till story.
Rosewood pissed me off.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rosewood.
Rosewood. Yes.
Rosewood.
Yes.
Yep, that too.
Rosewood. Yep. That's one.
Roots.
Roots.
Roots. Yep.
Any
Emmett Till
slave.
story.
Oh my God, that had me crying in. That
What,
had
12
me
Years a Slave?
Yeah,
That's
12 Years a
12 Years
Slave.
a
Yep.
Slave is what made me doubt the Bible.
Oh my God.
That made me doubt that Bible. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna end it on that one, y'all. Cause that's gonna spark a whole nother thing right now.
Yeah, really.
I know. I'm looking at Miss Dinetta like,
Let me ask y'all this.
I'll tell you, only thing we were missing was the needle scratching across the record.
Have y'all seen Alice?
Who?
Alice.
Alice?
Alice is with Kiki Palmer.
Mm-mm. ALICE, Alice.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one where she was what slavery was over with, but they kept them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that must have been Texas.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna look that up and watch it tonight.
Actually, it wasn't. I think it was somewhere in Virginia.
Yeah, it
It was a few states. It was a few states that kept them slaves. But Texas
But they
was
were
the
like
last
over
one.
They were like over in 2022 when these people actually found that they had been freed
Free.
long time ago.
There's
Yeah,
some people in
yeah, it
Mississippi still don't know they free.
Oh,
People free, but still act like slaves. Yes, sir.
yeah, they
And
do.
go
You're right
against
about
you
that.
and go get towards the white people like you, the house Negro. Nigga, we free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ain't
I
gotta
mean,
still
yeah.
be kissing they
You know
butt.
you're free. This nigga still can't read over there. But I guess that's everywhere. Is there any new movies out, guys, that's so good that y'all just want to watch? I'm trying to find some movies to watch to entertain myself.
I wanna see the
Mm-mm.
what's that one with the Autobots?
Transformer,
Transformers.
I wanna see the new Transformer.
Rise of the Beast.
Transformer.
Was it good? You saw it, Mario?
My sister
No,
saw it. She said it was good.
I
that
wanna
was
see
good.
it.
Transformer was it
I'm a
too.
big fan of Transformers.
Me
I
too,
am
Diane.
too.
I love the Transformer movies.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch.
after
I
y'all,
got Alice and the Transformers so far. I got to find me some movies to watch to keep myself entertained.
Well, the Transformers is still in theaters.
It don't matter. I got an app
that-
that I can watch anything I want.
Oh,
have y'all watched the
can you send me
last
the
John
app?
Wick? The last
Sure
John Wick
can.
was
I've watched
hell.
that already.
The John
It's
Wick.
called Bumblebee. It's an app on the Fire Stick called Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can
I
watch
don't know what
anything
else
I
is
want
out
to
there.
watch.
Cause there's been a lot of those Exorcist movies out lately. The
Woo!
Covenant, Exorcist
Everybody can see that.
of the priest and the
I
Black
ain't watching that
Demon,
shit. I
all
ain't
that type
watching
of
that
stuff.
shit.
I gotta
What was
watch
the scariest movie y'all ever watched, y'all? When y'all was a kid, what was your scariest movie you ever seen?
I didn't like none of the
When I was
Jason
a
movies.
kid,
Yeah,
when I was a kid, the scariest thing I used to watch was Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadow,
I
Dark
didn't like
Shadows.
Candyman.
Candyman. Did anybody ever see Phantasm?
Never
Yeah.
even heard of it.
Yeah, I have.
Oh my God.
Phantasm.
Watch Phantasm. That'll scare the piss out of you. Want it, Mario?
And I
If
won't
you don't
watch
like
it then.
horror,
Yeah,
if you don't like horror
during that
movies,
time, yeah.
Phantasm is not the movie
I
to
don't
look
watch
at.
horror movies.
Boy.
I don't
I
like
don't either.
Phantasm, man, how you jumping every time you hear a sound.
I don't watch stuff like that.
I like being scared.
I didn't have sense enough as a child not to watch it because my family members was watching it. And I'm the youngest sibling. I didn't have no say so.
And I
Hellraiser was
never
always a
liked
good
the actor Vincent Price because he played in mostly horror movies. I did
Yeah.
not like him. Mm-mm.
Hellraisers, all the Hellraiser movies were good. All of them.
I haven't watched the latest one. I got it queued up
Oh,
to go, but
God.
I haven't got around to it yet.
You watch scary
That's some
movies? You watch scary movies?
Me?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Hell yes. I love
I
them.
didn't know that you watch scary movies.
Yes. I remember I tried to get y'all to watch
Damn, you watch scary movies too?
the knock at the cabin door. I told you it wasn't scary. It was just
Y'all watch y'all
it's a biblical movie.
Surprised nothing you watch, but
Knock at the cabinet door. At the cabin door.
Yeah.
You know,
one that just came out, Rise of the Dead. I'm gonna watch that one.
You watch
Rise of the Dead.
I should watch that. Rise of the Dead.
I went to the movies with somebody. It was a scary movie, and he was shaking so much I broke up with him. Like, you shaking more than me. This ain't gonna work. This ain't
I be laughing at the movies. I be laughing at the scary movies.
scared because I'm sitting here. No. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You can't leave.
I be laughing, Miss Diane. I be laughing. I ain't lying. I be laughing.
Funny. That is too funny.
Tough. It did. What was that conversation like? So we want to go. You want to go out next week?
Hell
Yeah.
no. You sit your scary ass down somewhere.
That is funny. I bet you was cracking up.
That was the honest truth. No, I'm sitting here mad, and then he's eating one Reese Pieces at a time. I was so young and immature and goofy.
Not one at a time.
At a time. and shaking.
Was he chewing them on his front teeth? Was he chewing them on his front teeth?
I think he had all his teeth. He was chewing good, but he just had.
No, I'm saying, was he chewing them on his front teeth?
He's saying, was
in
he
the
just
front,
throwing them in his mouth all together, or was he just biting
He
half of
threw
it and then eat
one
the
at a
other half?
time, and I'm sitting here like looking,
Oh,
and
God.
he's shaking. Oh no!
Look,
And one, I'm like, man,
Oh,
if you don't
you
put
know,
5 of them
you dodged the
pieces
bullet
in
on.
your mouth,
that's
I get
funny. Oh my God.
You dodged the bullet on that one,
was
Miss
so
Diane. You dodged the
immature.
bullet.
He could have been a
That
Gee.
dude was gonna get y'all off somewhere. He's gonna get his ass whooped in front of you.
Lord have mercy.
Hell
And he was like
no.
6'9". He had to be, I think, 6'8". He was really tall
Oh my
and
goodness.
shaking.
Mm.
Hey,
Lord
Same
have
thing.
what the
mercy.
hell did y'all go to see?
I don't remember. Probably Candyman.
I love Candyman.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was yeah.
All right, y'all.
Man, I done
Let's
did
wrap
that
it
so
up,
many
y'all.
times. Got in the mirror.
How you break up with him?
That's what I want to know, how that went. That's what I was asking. How that go?
How
I
you
think
break up with him?
I don't know.
Girl.
It had to be more to it than that, Miss Diane. It had to
That's
be
what I
more to
said.
it than
How that go?
a
I was
scary movie.
immature. I was my early 30s or something like that. I was immature and goofy.
Had you already been with him?
Sexually, no.
Oh, okay. That's why it was easy to let him go, because you probably felt like he was sorry after that. This nigga, he's scared at a damn movie, so I
You know,
this
back in
shit.
the day that I dated, I wanted people who, you know, showed like they were
Yeah.
powerful, showed that they were gangsters. That's who
That's a manhood
attracted
about
me, and he was totally the
That
opposite.
could take care of you. That could protect you.
Now
right.
I
Yeah.
look
He
for
all up in the
people
movie.
like that shake at the movies. I look for people who just sit back and ain't into all that other crazy stuff. I want nerds and stuff.
Man,
Now,
this dude trembled himself out some coochie. Good Lord.
yes.
You know what?
And he bought my first, even when I wasn't even sexual with him, and he bought my first Chanel perfume.
Ooh.
First bottle of
Where
Chanel.
at?
He thought he was gonna get him some, Mario.
He
Where
just, you
at
know
now?
what?
Is
He
the
was a
shake-
widower, and come to find out, when I finally saw a picture of his wife, I looked like her. So I
Oh
think he was
shit.
trying
That
to
wasn't gonna be good anyway.
Didn't we just talk about
we
this
have
last week?
something?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
We just talked about this.
We sure did.
See, it can exist, people.
That ain't good at all.
Wow.
I ain't
All
know.
right, Big Mitch, let's wrap it up. Talk to him. Tell him something, Mitch.
Man, look here. I enjoy y'all. I'm glad that we all here. I'm glad to be back, y'all. I've been going through some stuff, you know, and I'm glad to have my family. I love each and every one of y'all, the people that support me, the people that call me every now and again and make sure I'm okay. You know, it's okay, guys, to need somebody, and it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. You ain't got to be tough all the damn time. You know, I'm just glad I got some people, you know, that understand me and accept me for who I am. I ain't the best all the damn time. They get on to me sometimes because I say shit that everybody think is funny sometimes, and it might not be funny to them, but it's funny as fuck to me. But I just appreciate y'all putting up with me. And thank y'all for showing up.
All right. Hear ye. All right. Big bro, Leon, Mr. Triple A, Mr. O1, make it do what it do. Holler at him, player.
Hey, it's been a great show, great evening, great people, great family, great topics. Fellas, ladies, do not keep it in the family. Go outside, go somewhere else, find you somebody else.
Amen, Leon. Amen.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's all? You done?
That's it.
Hey, that's a whole mouthful right there. That's a whole damn mouthful.
Don't keep it in the family. That's my advice.
Don't keep it in the family, because that situation is messed up. Well, while she right here, Madeline, go on and do your thing.
Thank y'all for coming in. I appreciate the panel kind of being nice to me a little bit tonight. They didn't get on me too hard. But it was nice being here. Y'all come back and join us next week. And don't forget to bring some friends. That's what Miss Marlene say. Don't y'all forget to bring some friends next week when y'all come in. We all love you. Bye.
Bye, baby.
All right, your time, Marlena. Marlena.
Oh. Thank you, viewers, for joining us this evening. We hope that you had a blast. We hope that you enjoyed the topics, and just bring more to us, and let us know what you want to hear and want us to talk about. Meow. Come back to see. Meow. Meow. Come back to see us.
Did I throw you for a little loop there, Marlena? What happened? Did wiring get crossed? What happened in the transfer back to Marlena?
Did.
She forgot her name.
Oh man. All right, Miss Diane, talk to him, please.
Thank you all for such a lovely podcast today. This was more on a serious note, which is good. We didn't get off rails too much, Mama D. But thank you so much for all your input. Welcome back, Mitch. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, baby.
And I just love everybody. I just love everybody. Make sure you all tell a friend to come check us out, because we do get off the chain sometimes. This was a good one. And in the meantime and in between time, turn any frown into a smile, because we too blessed to be stressed.
All right. I like that. Amen.
All right, all right. Something new. Don't remix that thing. I got you. All right, producer extraordinaire. Talk to him, baby.
Tell if I can get off mute. Well, I do hope that everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Just want to say another thank you to those who joined us on our first virtual meet and greet. We will be trying to have another one here soon, maybe around the 14th. That's another Friday. So come on out and join us. Sip, smoke, and come conversate with us. As you get to know us, we will get to know you. And if you are listeners listening to us on Spotify, Anchor, wherever, just inbox us. And if you want to join us, we'll send you that link so you can join us on in Zoom.
Yep, that is absolutely actual and factual. All right, Mama D, pretty lady, take us on.
Well, this has been a fabulous night. I am so proud of all of my babies, that everybody did real well tonight. We were very serious, but we all got our point across. We want to invite others. So if you have a friend, and I know others have said that, but we are very serious about what we do, and we want to have as many friends and newer friends to come in and watch us. Who knows? You may come in as we might ask you to be a guest podcaster with us for a night or two. But thank you so much for listening to us, and we love you all, as well as I love my family here.
All right. Well, thank you. Hey, guys, thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with. We appreciate it. Ain't nothing left for me to say. They've said it all. But tune in next week, because next week we going back to some things. We're going to be talking about toy of choice. We're going to be talking about place of choice. You like food, how you doing it, where you doing it. You like it hot, you like it cold. We're going to ask what's the perfect conditions for making great love. We're going to get all into it next week. I promise. Next week going to be off the chain. So if you want to tune into something, that's going to be the one to tune into. So with that being said, thank y'all.
Tonight.
Oh, you will be there because you nasty.
I ain't nasty. That Marlene's the one that's nasty.
Well, guess what? If Marlene coming, that means you got to be there too.
That's not true.
I bet it is.
Nobody.
Well, Mario, what you need to do is ask her very bestest friend in the whole wide world to invite her to come so that she will be
There you
here.
go. There you
There
go.
you go. Lee Jack. Get up,
You're gonna come.
ask her
You're
to come
gonna
on
come
through.
and hang out with us.
Didn't know I'd do anything for you, Leon.
Uh-oh. Well.
Or mostly anything anyway, because you know that Dianetta, she accuses us of doing stuff that's not nice. And we don't do stuff like that.
Leon
Not in
eyes
front
got
of
big
everybody
when she
anyway.
said anything.
Not in front of everybody anyway.
Ooh.
Well,
I said,
you know what? That Mitch is beginning to be trouble.
I've been in trouble all my life.
He has.
Lord.
I heard him like that, but I guess y'all do.
All right, y'all. We up out of here. Thank y'all for coming. Next week, they'll be back to their regular sexual nasty selves. Bye.
Me, especially me. I'm the nastiest one. Nasty.
Lord have mercy.
Doggy Style Junior.
Oh my goodness.
Good night, you all. You have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the show. And always remember, you can email us at atotalview@22@gmail.com and check out the shows at totalview22.com. Thank you so much for listening and have a good night.
Good night.
I'm a virgin.
Bye. Sucky, sucky.
Leon said he a virgin. Goodbye, y'all.